Welcome back to Acadiana's Morning News. I'm joined by Anita Begnaud. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing great this morning.
How are things downtown?
Man, things are happening downtown. It's exciting.
Do you ever feel like because you work in what used to be City Hall that sometimes you're the mayor?
You know, I never really thought about it like that. Did you know that the jail was on the third floor of that building?
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes.
It's crazy. It's a really cool building.
In case you ever wanted to move out, I think it would make for a great boutique hotel.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
But just call yourself the mayor. That's what I would do. I would have my
tiny
business.
Town.
Exactly. I'm the mayor of this triangle of land that people are constantly fighting over.
You know, I don't even want to go in that direction.
Don't even go there. Don't even walk on that grass.
You know
Walk
what?
out the side doors.
You know what you can see directly from my office? Spoonbill.
It's great.
It's great. Spoonbill watering hole.
What if it was still a gas station? That would be such a disappointment because the food is so good there.
You know, the Unified Development Code does not allow that. So
It wouldn't.
So you get to have burgers there instead. It's really great.
I was there, let's see, last Thursday, whatever day, it was super windy. And when I tell you, kudos to the people at Spoonbill because they managed it. There were menus flying everywhere, salt and pepper shakers, burger buns. I mean, everything was happening, but it was a great time. It's a good time to be downtown.
It is. It really is. And you know what else I can see out of my window? Rock and Bowl, the Juliet Hotel, Carpe Diem, Pops.
I mean,
it's my own corner of heaven.
I was about to say, it's quite not the trifecta. It's like the Anita Triangle.
That's it.
The Anita Triangle. Let's go ahead and call it that. A big day for downtown on Friday.
Absolutely.
With the announcement of Waiter, 200 jobs, and an average of $55,000 for a salary.
That's right.
That's nothing to scoff at.
I know. It's incredible. And, you know, this is something we know downtown's been needing is increasing jobs because new jobs downtown means people downtown, obviously.
Yeah.
People downtown means interest in living downtown. People who live downtown want to shop and eat downtown. So it kind of creates that circle of that live, work, play downtown.
And that's, we were talking yesterday to Jackie Russo, who is a proud downtown occupant. I was going to call her resident. She doesn't live there, but she occupies a great little corner.
She absolutely does.
And the one way you can guarantee housing projects will continue to pop up
is jobs.
Jobs and the need for them.
Absolutely.
Because trust me, when they're in high demand, there are some interesting things that happen when it comes to permits and investors and everything else. What are there three? There are three major projects going on downtown.
Yeah, there are three major projects going on downtown right now. So by the end of next year, we anticipate over 120 units in downtown, which is huge because we have like maybe 20-ish right now. And then there are others on the horizon that we know about. So I really foresee a large increase in the housing downtown. And as the jobs continue to come online downtown as well, it just makes the case for housing even stronger.
I've got to say, as a UL student, go out downtown, I wanted no more than to live at the Evangeline Apartments. I realize it is a senior citizens place. But maybe they needed a chaperone. It was perfect. It was at a
beautiful
perfect
building.
spot. It is a gorgeous building. Another thing someone has talked a lot about, or people have talked a lot about, it has to do with the Old Courthouse.
Sure.
There's some movement on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So that'll be my other neighbor. And you know, it's a three-piece parcel. It's about 2 acres. And we anticipate 68 units, market rate units on Jefferson Street there. And then 25,500 square feet of commercial. So it's going to be a nice mixed-use space, and it's going to inject a lot of activity onto that side of Jefferson Street. Waiter moving on to the other side of Jefferson Street, we're starting to see a lot of activity on both of the nodes.
Yeah, a lot of what you look at the clock and you think, okay, 9 to 5. There are people that work there. Trust me, I don't know how many thousands of people Louis Perret has working at his office, but they're in uniforms and they're eating everywhere.
They are.
Every time I go to Pat's, I'm in line behind bunch of employees.
It's incredible.
It's an army, I think he has.
You know, yesterday was President's Day, so the courthouse was closed.
Yep.
And there was like an absence of people in downtown Lafayette.
But you have to, going back to what I was saying about the clock, you need to be able to have the early morning stuff.
Sure.
More than just wires.
Sure.
Then you have people all day long. Then you have the evening, which I think, kind of around in the Anita Triangle, the St. Marie, the Rock and Bowl, that's like the new Friday night.
Yeah.
Down there.
One of the things that we talk about a lot in my office is creating experiences for people in downtown so they understand that they can like do multiple things while they're down there.
Yeah.
So you can get off of work at 5 o'clock, go to Downtown Alive on Friday nights. I had to put that plug in there.
Yes.
And then, you can go grab a bite. You can go grab a cocktail if you're an adult. You can go bowling or listen to live music. Multiple venues downtown to listen to live music. It's
you
not just a one stop.
Outside and eat through a window at Central.
Yeah, you sure can.
By the way, if you ever go on a date that you're just not interested in, I suggest that table at Central.
At the window.
Because you can be outside.
You could just
put
take
the other
off.
person on the inside. You could run away, but also you're hearing completely different things.
You're hearing street noise and inside noise. There you go.
It's perfect.
Speaking of Central, we have a ribbon cutting at Central this Friday night.
Yeah, another
5 p.m.
Parklet, right?
It's the first permanent Parklet in downtown Lafayette.
Cool.
So it's coming up now. If you drive on Jefferson Street, you can see it. It's going to be really cool. Oates and Marino is working on building theirs as well. And that's a new program in downtown Lafayette. So we anticipate that this is going to spark interest and more people are going to want to put up Parklets
Until I go downtown and there's not a parking spot. And I'm going to say, can I park on this deck?
Listen, let's just talk about there's a lot of parking spots.
I know
if you want to look at a map with me, there are parking spots all over downtown.
I think people just, in their mind, they think the only parallel parking is on
right
Jefferson
in front of the
Street,
place that they want to go.
Right where you're going. And I'll tell you, it's a hard thing. I've been to New York with people from here, and one of the biggest complaints is not being able to just get to exactly where you want to go and walk in. That's a little bit of a change.
It's a mindset shift. It really is. And, something that a lot of people probably don't know is that the Vermilion parking garage, the one located directly across from Agave next to Park Sanssouci, is only 50% capacity on its best moments, right?
Really?
So that's a centrally located parking garage. It's really not that far from anything. But I think a lot of people, they can't see into it. So they don't know that they can park on the second floor there and just come on down, so.
All right, so let's talk a little about Downtown Alive.
Let's do it.
Big opening is happening soon for the spring season.
Yeah.
How many shows are in a season?
8 shows. So we do 8 in the spring, 8 in the fall.
8 in the fall. And everyone's involved. That's one thing I love about
really
it. When
great.
you go downtown, there is always, there's music, obviously, at Downtown Alive. That's a huge part of it.
Sure.
People go, this first one, International or Sanssouci?
International.
Okay.
So a lot of our shows are at International this year. We saw a lot of success in doing some shows there that maybe you wouldn't traditionally have thought would go there, but that bigger area kind of draws a crowd. It's safe, it's kind of enclosed.
I was going to say, you have to go into it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels like an experience, right? Because you're going into it. We're really excited. March 8th is our first show. We have the Michaud Melody Makers opening for Givers. They haven't played a show in downtown Lafayette in a minute.
Wow.
And they draw a really great crowd. It's an exciting band to watch, and it's really fun because they're from Lafayette.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And then the Michaud Melody Makers is just an all-star group.
Yes.
So
it's always fun just to have something so unique. There's a story that has been told a million times around this building, and it's the guy I work with had his brother come to town, and they just because to us it's the Downtown Alive night. All right, cool, it's something to do. Let's go. They ended up staying downtown until 2 a.m. I mean, just doing different things. And his brother was like, "Do you seriously do this every Friday?" And they were like, "In the spring and in the fall,
we do.
It's what we do here."
Rob, can I talk about Downtown Live for a second?
Talk about it.
It's really awesome. We're in our 35th and a half year, and I've been going for about 10 years now. One thing people should know is we call it a free event on Friday nights in downtown, and it is. It's free to you as the public coming in, but we work really hard with partners from across Lafayette and across the region, frankly. To bring together the resources to make it possible. We want folks to know that the bands are not playing for free.
Yes.
Right? We pay them.
Yes.
So
you're going to get a real show.
That's right.
I think sometimes that is the thought. We're going to this free event. They're going to play a little fundraiser show. Kind of like fundraiser jambalaya. Never as good as real jambalaya
at home. You're right. But
but they do. And you guys pay them.
And it takes a lot of people to put it on. It takes a lot of effort to put it on. But it really is a labor of love for the downtown. And one of the things I'm excited about is there's so much to do before and after Downtown Alive. So going back to that experience, people really can have a full Friday night, kick it off with us, start the energy in downtown, and then move over and do 3 or 4 other things. We want folks to support downtown restaurants, downtown businesses after they hear our live music. It's not just about us, you know.
And when you have a day like me, you start with lunch on Friday. You start with lunch.
You're not wrong.
Then you just kind of roam. Then you maybe move somewhere to drinks. Then it's time for Downtown Alive. You don't know your name.
That's
And then by the time the band is done playing, everything's normal. You can go on home.
That's it.
It's great.
That's
I'm just kidding. You know, people probably have this impression of me.
They probably just see you at Spoonbill.
Yes, I strive somewhere in this town. I don't necessarily need my face on the LaFonda wall. That's not very important for me. But if I could have a downtown table that was like my table where people know and they want me on Friday night, that's where I am.
That's where you are.
Spoonbill, I'm putting myself out there. I'll even print my own plaque.
I feel like I should have like a plaque at every place in downtown Lafayette. I can rattle off, like last week I was at Tsunami, Pops. You know, I popped in La Coretta. I ate breakfast at Dwyer's. I was at Rest Rooster. I've been at Rev and Carpe Diem 50 times.
Again, you are the mayor of your square of downtown.
I love supporting
You're the mayor of the Anita Triangle. I like that. Anita Begnaud, thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
We'll talk more about Downtown Alive as the spring season marches on. 8 big shows. Really good time. You'll see me there. Probably see Bernie over there, too.